Hello class, this is Troy Miller. I just go by Troy, nothing too formal, nothing informal. I won't share my embarrassing childhood nicknames, but I just go by Troy. This class I'm interested in because of, I never knew what poverty was. I never knew what inequality was. Now I look back at my childhood and see that I was privileged. I grew up in a middle-class family in Orange County, California. We weren't rich by any means, and we weren't poor. Definitely we're not poor. So I didn't really experience poverty until I moved to Toledo. I work in an HIV clinic currently, and I see what my patients, what my clients go through, and their incomes and how just they don't make any money and they can barely afford to survive. And I think that's a big part of learning about how to be a good social worker is to understand the things that people go through. And really, I think there's a lot of inequality for a lot of different groups of people, not just people who have HIV, definitely. I mean, that's kind of like where my mind is right now because that's what I'm doing. But overall, I think inequality is a big issue. Things I'm hoping to learn. So I kind of want to learn more about gender inequality in the workplace. We hear this 79 cents to the dollar thing, and that really bugs me. Like, I don't think a woman, if she's, they could be just as qualified as me, they should make the same amount of money that I do. I don't understand why that would be different. So the thing I'm most excited to learn about is the ruling class. So part 4, inequality at the extremes. I'm kind of like really obsessed with the idea that we have such a huge gap of inequality. We have the poorest of Americans, and then we have the richest 400 Americans who have more wealth than half of our country. And I think that's something I'm really interested in learning more about. Some of the things I wish were in the book, though, I identify in the LGBT community, and I'm just looking through the contents of the book, I don't see anything too much hitting on that, because I know from experience and from hearing from other people that LGBT people are discriminated against in the workforce, and just in general. I mean, people are kicked out of their housing, people can't go to homeless shelters, people don't get the services that they need, bisexual people don't get the proper health care. I mean, there's this huge inequality there. So I wish there was more about that in the book, but I know this is more about women in poverty, so I'm really excited to kind of learn more about that, because I'm not a woman. I don't experience the same things women experience, so hearing from this book and from the Promises I Keep book, I really hope I can learn more about that. Inequality matters to me because, I've always been, my parents always taught me to treat everybody the same way, and that everybody deserves a fair chance, and that everybody can succeed. And then I get into this world and I see, like, no, people are kind of set up to fail. People don't have the same chances that we do. I think it's kind of an ideal that the American dream, it's attainable to everybody, but I don't think it is, and I think that's because of a huge amount of inequality that we face in this country. So for me, I want, in my future, I want to go to law school, and I want to fight inequality. I want to fight wrongdoings in the world, and I think inequality is kind of where that all stems from and where it starts. I hope this video was okay. I'm going to try to upload it to YouTube. Wish me luck. Thanks.